I'm Amanda Schoenebeck, a program manager at the MREA here, and I manage our Solar on Schools program. Solar on Schools was started at the end of last year officially with a partnership with the Couliard Solar Foundation. And one of the biggest components of the program is that we provide grants to any Wisconsin K-12 school or college that is going solar in a grant valued up to 50 kW of the panels themselves. So it's equivalent to about a $20,000 discount to solar projects. And then there's a whole bunch of resources that we've also put together for schools, some RFP templates, different informational videos, FAQ sheets, really trying to just help schools as much as possible reduce the complexity of going solar, the whole process. The program started at the end of 2019 in November of last year, and it's got a lot of attention. A lot of schools have reached out to us. In 2019 to 2020, we awarded 10 grants to 10 different schools. The system sizes, when the systems are finished being installed, are going to be roughly 1.7 megawatts. And then for our 2020 to 2021 grant period, we've already given out 7 grants, and the total system capacity for those so far is already 1.6 megawatts. And there's several other schools that are also in communications with me that are very promising projects that those ones will be moving forward as well. There's a lot of trends, but I think want to focus on just a couple. The biggest thing that I like to see that I have been seeing is student involvement. Students and the next generation, they really want schools to be doing sustainability initiatives, and they want their schools to go solar and have renewable energy resolutions. So we've seen schools that are spearheading fundraising campaigns and really just pushing their schools to move projects forward. So that's huge, and it's great to see. And it's, I think, going to grow in terms of students getting involved. The second thing is that when schools go solar, the whole community kind of pays attention. So schools are community centerpieces as it is. So when they start going solar, the whole community can learn about going solar together. Everyone their ears start perking up a little bit, and they start looking into solar. And then beyond that, the surrounding school districts are also starting to look into solar once they see that, one school district does it. So for instance, when the Eau Claire School District went solar, I got emails from several of the districts surrounding Eau Claire that were starting to get interested because they saw their neighbor doing it. And then I think the last thing that I want to talk about for trends is that there is such a need for funding for schools to go solar. So the biggest question that I get is that what can we do to bring down the cost? What can we do to incentivize our school to go solar, or a district administrator, whoever's in charge of making that decision for the project to move forward? And it really comes down to incentives. So if we have a grant that's worth up to $20,000, it's going to make people at least consider a project and see if they can make something work. So having something like this, also with other grant programs out there as much as possible, is been a huge stepping stone to help projects push forward. Two of my favorite from the 2019-2020 cohort is the Madison West project and then the Merton Community School District. And I like to talk about these because they're so complete opposite. The Madison West project started as a student-led effort in 2017. The Madison West Green Club from 2017 to 2019 raised over $89,000. Again, really pushing the school to go solar. And since then, the school has installed their solar PV system, their first in the district. They've also passed a 100% renewable energy resolution that happened in 2019. And then recently, this past November, they included $2 million for sustainability projects, specifically in their recent referendum that was passed. So they're really starting to push things forward. And granted, they were probably going to do a lot of these things already on their own, but it's just key that students were involved and they were there from the get-go pushing stuff forward. And then compared to Merton, that school district, they were looking for ways to save money. And so they had done a bunch of sustainability energy efficiency upgrades to the building. And it was a school board member that approached the school board saying, hey, I'm going solar. I'm saving some money. You guys should consider it. And it was a really quick turnaround for that project. They looked into it. The numbers were great. They were there, and they did a lot of their work internally. And roughly about a year and a few months from when that school board member first approached the school board, they already had the system up and running, and they just love it. And they just want to scream from the rooftops to get other schools to do it as well. We have a web page put together on our main site, midwestrenew.org/solaronschools. Through that, you can get information about the grant, you can get information about all the resources that we have. There's some general FAQ information right on the front there as well. And of course, reach out and email me if you have any questions. I'd be happy to get you in touch with any other schools that have gone through the process that you can reach out and talk to. And my email is amandas@midwestrenew.org. Exactly, there's so many ways to get involved, and I think that one of the biggest things here is that this program is doing a lot of really good work. We're reaching a lot of schools, and we're also reaching the next generation of potential solar installers and getting them engaged and passionate about solar PV systems and renewable energy. So your donation to the MREA and the Solar on Schools program allows us to keep doing what we're doing and expanding it and making sure we're reaching more and more of those folks.